And happening today, changes are coming to the automatic voter registration process in Michigan. Starting today, residents will have the option to opt out of that process after applying for a new driver's license or state ID. The Michigan Department of State says after the transaction, it will now send letters in the mail with instructions on how to stop your voter registration renewal. In 2018, Michigan voters approved an amendment requiring the department to automatically register eligible people to vote when they apply for or renew their driver's license or state ID. Governor Gretchen Whitmer signed acts in 2023 establishing the new process to opt out by mail.